Hi, I'm Kelly Young and I'm performing in Oh My Shattered Illusions at the Seymour Centre in Sydney on the 12th, 13th and 14th of September. Yes.
What inspired you to return to the cabaret stage after 15 years?
I think I had a story to tell. I think that it was, after 15 years, it was really important to go back and have a look at my life and evaluate it as a woman of a certain age and try and come to terms with some of the things that had happened over the last 20 years or so. It's going to be exciting to present that new voice to Sydney.
Are you in character in the show, or are audiences going to see Kelly Young uncensored, uncut?
Well, both, which is exciting. I get to play some character roles. I play a lovely Marlene Dietrich type role. I play a lovely Bogan type role. But there's also those wonderful songs where I do get to be uncut and uncensored and me, and I get to be honest with the audience. One of the things I love about this show is that the songs are so diverse, and we do pull from great songwriters like Peter Allen, Lynn Flaherty, and Stephen Schwartz. Yes, Stephen Schwartz.
Of Wicked and Godspell
yes.
fame.
Yeah, but 15 years ago he wrote a wonderful show called Ragtime, which is where Back to Be Forced from.
It's a great song.
It is a great song. So we've got this lovely range of interesting songs. We've got a song from the 1920s that plays with double entendre, so there's a really interesting mix of sounds and voices in there as well.
Can you just talk us through a couple of the songs in the show? You mentioned Back to Before. You talk about being married at a really young age, and then you explore quite bravely, I think, what happens when that dream of a relationship sort of fails in a way. And that song really speaks about that experience.
It does. Yeah, it really does.
Do you find it emotional to perform on stage?
Yeah, absolutely. Back to Before is a great song because it's right in the middle of the show, and it's the climax, I suppose, of everything, or the destruction really, of everything that I've been brought up to expect from marriage and adulthood. Got nothing else to say.
Alright, well let's go to the other end of the spectrum, because that's obviously one of the emotional numbers in the show, but there's a lot of comedy in this show. So tell me a little bit about the title track.
Now that's a wonderful song by Fascinating Aida, and it's a fabulously funny song about what happens to a woman when she meets lots of men and expects them to be perfect, and the reality of the situation that she finds herself in. Do you want specifics?
Yeah, go on. It's not kind of an all ages show, is it? This is a fairly adult...
It's a fairly adult show.
Yeah. So let's talk about cabaret as a form.
When you think that cabaret 100 years ago was a form that was on the cutting edge of subversion, it was challenging what people thought about gender, about the way we live our lives, the constructions that we have around the big ideas about what a family is, what a home is. I like to think that this show is very similar to that, because in a different way, in a modern way, it's challenging those assumptions that we all have about what we should do with our life. So in that way, I think it fits right into that.
And I think the whole show is about challenging Australia's understanding of what a woman's life is meant to be. Yeah, and I think that's really fascinating, because I don't know whether we've had a lot of those voices in recent years.
No, it does. Females in the Australian entertainment industry in particular do seem to be very young, and I guess it's in the pop genre, isn't it? So there is a big focus on romantic love, but not what happens after romantic love gets to a certain point, and what do you do then. But it's about being happy with who you are and where you are, and living life your own way on your own terms, I think.
Which is a lovely message.
I think it is.
And it's powerful.
Yeah.
And I think more powerful to do that through comedy as well, to achieve that sort of catharsis through a comic journey.
Yeah. I mentioned Fascinating Aida before. They write fabulously naughty songs for women, which I think is absolutely fabulous, because they're actually hard to find.
Yeah.
And I know you and I have spent a lot of time trying to find songs that undercut, our expectations as a society in a funny way.
I think what's been really interesting for me, knowing that a lot of the people who've come to see the show already when we performed at Riverside at the beginning of this year, a lot of those people had seen you perform before, or sort of had a sense of who you were, and I think that they responded to the really risque, provocative material in the show, but I think they were probably surprised by the amount of heart that the show had as well. Do you feel the same way?
I do, actually. I think that's what surprised people the most. Those really touching songs that are about the marriage breakup, or just about being honest about how I feel about my daughter.
What can potential audience members expect to see from Kelly Young, Oh My Shattered Illusions?
Lots of comedy.
Filth.
I was going to say filth, and I thought, can I say filth? Naughtiness. And a whole lot of heart, probably. Tickets are available from the Seymour Centre website or from the Sydney Fringe website, and you can follow the link below.
We're really excited to be bringing into the Oh My Shattered Illusions family a new pianist for the run at the Sound Lounge at the Seymour Centre. His name is Peter McDonald. He's done his own shows at the basement, and he's recorded music of his own, and it's going to be amazing to have him accompany Kelly during the run of the show. So his website link is there in the information down below, as well as the Kelly Young New Cabaret Facebook page. So please go to that page, click like, and you can get all your updates about the show there.
The Fringe is a fabulous way to support independent artists in Sydney, so come along and see some great shows and support us all.